flying stunts, exotic locations, nefarious villains, and ancient artifacts. These are the reasons why our nation has become obsessed with the bombastic film serial, The Adventures of Mitch McCracken. Week by week, filmgoers, such as yourselves, flock to the local movie theater to enjoy each exciting new installment. But I need not tell you all that, because you all are huge fans of The Adventures of Mitch McCracken. Yeah. Well, there's perhaps one thing that you did not know. The Adventures of Mitch McCracken aren't simply films that are cooked up by Hollywood. They are based on true events. Yes. Now you all know of Nick Finch, Mitch McCracken's loyal companion who accompanies him on every adventure. Well, I am the real Nick Finch. And I've accompanied Mitch on many adventures over the years. Now, throughout this decade of the 1930s, Hollywood has put our quests on the silver screen. But due to limited budgets, rudimentary effects, and puritanical sensibilities, they have failed to capture them in their true glory. Well, let's see. For example, in Mitch McCracken and the Ruby Staff, when Mitch enters the Chamber of Terror, he faces a room full of cobras. Well, that's what happens in the film, at least. But in real life, he faced a gang of much more terrifying creatures. Who out there can guess what those creatures were?
Pigeons.
I heard something up here. What was that?
She said pigeons.
Pigeons! Yes, that is correct. Pigeons are a far more fierce creature than cobras, especially because we had just gone through eating an entire loaf of bread. We were coated in breadcrumbs. For some reason, the movie apparently wasn't as compelling with pigeons, so they nixed that part. Let's see another example. In Mitch McCracken in the Sapphire Compass, in order to cross the treacherous tundra, Mitch and I had to brave a fierce hailstorm. In the movie, at least. In real life, we had to face a far more treacherous obstacle. Can you guess what it was?
A breakup.
It was a breakup. Yeah. Mitch, on the precipice of that tundra, he got a telegram from his beloved, breaking him up. I mean, what a terrible thing to cross a tundra with a mopey sad sack complaining. Tawny never did the dishes, and well, the studios didn't like that. They opted for the hailstorm. Finally, in Mitch McCracken and the Emerald Crown, the villainous LaRue perished when he fell from the horrendous cliffs. Can you guess what much more horrendous fate LaRue faced?
An audit.
Audit. I don't know if any of you have ever been through a 24-hour audit. But LaRue's odd financial situation, where he had so many nameless henchmen working for him for so little pay. Yes, he dropped dead on the spot 17 hours in. And so you see, the films don't hold a torch to the true events. And that's why I, Nick Finch, have gathered you all here today to regale you with the 100% true tales of the adventures of Mitch McCracken. Now, there's so many quests to talk about, and so little time. Perhaps I could use the help from a junior adventurer out there in the audience. Would one brave soul volunteer to come down here on the stage and help me decide? Oh, I see some movement over here. Would you like to come join?
Yes.
another day. I heard it. I'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, would you like to come join me? All right, junior adventurer, what is your name?
Courtney.
It sounded like you were about to say something else. All right. Yes, well, Courtney, I recognize you from the Adventurers newsletter. Courtney, are you ready to help me decide on the quest we are going to hear about tonight?
Very much so, yes.
Please stand right here. Bring out the artifacts. It's my favorite adventure. Thank you very much. Let's give a big round of applause. Now you've all no doubt seen the film based on this adventure. And that film starts at the tail end of our previous adventure before we go after the tablet. Now in that film, we were in a forest. But in real life, we were in a far more unique location. Can you guess what that was?
A strip club.
I'm sorry, I heard something in the back row.
The DMV.
Yes! Across from a strip club. Mitch and I certainly had not just come out of 10 minutes prior. There was a Department of Motor Vehicles. There was many people in line. Yes, even in that time. So few cars on the road, and yet so many people in line. And one worker, a lone worker, stamping things. But secretly, in the back, getting our registration himself, was none other than Mitch McCracken!
A406.
I'm gonna go on my break, buddy.
All right.
Mitch, I can't believe that worked. You really thought you were an employee here.
That's right. That's right. I am a master of disguise, Nick. Now, Nick, I'm pretty sure that the amulet is going to be hidden here somewhere.
Yes, I do think so, old chum. Now, do you have that map in your bag?
Of course I do. The map, Chicago's very own DMV. See, there it is. One room.
Mitch, I was looking at the riddle on the bottom of the map, and it seems like you might have to go through driving school.
No. Anything but driving.
Mitch, I know they revoked your license after you crashed into countless different melon carts in that chase.
I didn't know those kinds of chases counted against my tally. I thought those were freebies.
Mitch, you have to do this, and you have to promise me you're not going to crash into a single cart.
Well, I'm afraid I can't promise that. But I can give it a try.
All right, well, outside there should be the driving instructor. Come right in the back.
You're standing on the wrong side.
Right. I know that. I've driven before, you see.
It isn't customary to have a friend.
Sorry, I'll leave. There's a nice establishment across the street. Up in there. So good luck, pal.
So this is the old Model T, huh?
Yes, it's been saved in mothballs. I only bring it out on special occasions.
Well, I appreciate that. Say, you've worked for the Department of Motor Vehicles for quite a while, have you not?
12 years.
12 years. So you must be aware of its dark secrets.
Oh, yes, I'm quite aware of its dark secrets. Oh, yes, I'm aware. Okay, thank you. Well, that's odd.
What's that?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure, but it looks like we're being followed by that car behind us.
Not only were they being followed, but there just so happened to be what at the time was a collection of vendors. Vendors selling one particular thing because it was a special holiday. Now in the film, of course it was melon vendors, but in real life, it wasn't so on the nose. Can you guess what kind of vendors they were?
Rubber chickens.
Yes, they were cannabis vendors. Out in the streets with their carts.
I'm getting a little nervous. Why don't you turn right? We'll go through the cannabis district.
Oh no! Carts! My nemesis!
Whoever that is behind you is catching up to
Roll
us.
it down, dude!
You want some?
Wow, this is my territory.
No, you were here last week.
Careful! Nick, are you still in the trunk?
Yes, pal, I am.
That's even more irregular.
Off your windshield.
It's all right, thank you.
I'll distract them. Hey, let's see.
It's my bike.
See, I haven't sped up at all. 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, but it looks like the driver in that vehicle who's chasing us has some sort of a weapon! You'll never get away with what is happening here? And now! No! I shot!
Don't worry. This is very normal, all right?
Watch out for the little child pot vendor!
Nick, I think that's Cocoon's men. I'll go down the window! Idiot! You'll never make it out alive! Okay, hold on! To indicate! No! Ready, hold on tight! Still 35 miles an hour.
Oh my god! They're still chasing us! On foot this time!
Oh no! You won't get away that easily, Miss McCracken! We're going into a school zone! I have to go down to 15 miles an hour!
I'm still shot.
No, children! With carts!
Oh my god, we're going to die!
Mitch McCracken will not die today! All right, we have to ditch the car into that cliff there! Poor child! Up the hill! We'll be safe here!
I only get paid $2.25 an hour!
So, did he pass?
Hell yeah.
You know what that means? I will have access to the dark room of the DMV, the singular room that is not the main room.
And so we went there, to the dark room that was not the main room.
Nick, can you believe it? This is our last hurrah.
Yeah, I can't believe it, Mitch.
It's been 10 years. Hey, look at you. You found it. That was climactic.
Sorry, I kind of want to interrupt what you were saying because I didn't really want to hear it.
Come on, Nick. We discussed this, right? This is it. We're gonna go.
But I don't want this to be your last hurrah. I want more hurrahs.
Nick, I'm getting old. Look at me. I can barely jump out of moving cars that are going 15 miles an hour anymore. And, well, I just feel like I've squeezed every drop of juice out of this fruit that we call adventure.
Mitch, don't say that. There's so much more juice inside of your fruit.
Nick, it only looks like it. But hey, it doesn't have to be a sad moment, does it? Look in here. It's a dark dungeon inside of the DMV with ancient script on the wall. And
I know what you're saying, pal. It's better than the front room.
yes, but also that we don't have to be sad about this. It's a brand new chapter of our lives, right? We're gonna go back into town and finally settle down, relax, enjoy a beer or two.
Well, that is true. And so, with his last hurrah, Mitch retired to doing what he always wanted to do when he retired from adventuring. Now, in the films, that was living in a remote cabin, whittling things and having an eye patch for some inexplicable reason. But in real life, he had a very different pursuit post-adventuring. Can you guess what that was?
Pole dancing.
Fly fishing.
I heard something right here.
Pole dancing.
Well, across from the DMV, we find Mitch McCracken in his newest pursuit.
Welcome to stage 6, the adventurer of all adventurers, the thunder fist, the clapping cheeks. It's Mitch Phil McCracken!
I gave him his driving test.
Thank you. Pay myself. Nick, you're in the back room here. Are you in the green room, Nick?
Yeah, Mitch. I was just out there chatting with the other performers.
Well, another successful night of undressing in front of strangers.
I loved it.
Thank you.
See you later, Mitch.
See you later, Letitia.
Hi, the show's over, pal.
Got no more clothes on.
I can see that. But, I would like to. I didn't come to watch the show. I came to speak with Mitch McCracken. I heard that he was dancing here, and I had to.
You're speaking to him.
Yes.
You have me at a disadvantage.
Well, speak up. The music in here is loud.
Mr. McCracken, I have searched far and wide to find you. All right?
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard your story. It has made it all the way down to South America.
Oh, well, I did dance in front of the Queen.
That's right.
Is that what you're talking about, or?
No, something else.
What?
Listen, have you heard of the disappearing island of La Paca?
Yes, of course I've heard of the disappearing island of La Paca. This is random. What?
You see, you've heard of the totem that is on the island.
Oh, I see where this is going. No.
You have to listen to me, okay? My family, all right? They have been dying one by one. My aunts, my tias, one by one they have been dying.
Not your tears.
Yes, my tias. And I hate to tell you this, but I don't just love them because of their cooking.
If you'll excuse me.
You have to listen to me, okay?
This is more important than your pants! Look, I don't know what your name is. I don't know how you found me, but I have retired. I no longer go on adventures. Isn't that right, Nick?
My tias were members of a sacred order, okay?
We all had tias. All right?
They were protectors! Protectors of a map. Are you following me? I'm out to a disappearing island. Do I have to repeat myself?
You're saying that there's proof of the totem's actual physical location?
I'm saying you are looking at it.
Whoa, they should hire you.
Nick, it's a map! Look, it's, wait, right there, shape.
There's a mountain. There's another mountain.
Don't touch it, don't touch it!
Sorry. I know, it's on the wall.
Look, that is a map of South America. Argentina.
Okay, I'll show you again.
Look at it. Right there. South America. North America, South America.
You want to see the Andes dance? I can take
No, listen, there's no time. You say that this map leads us to where the totem is. This is not just a myth, it's real. No, I couldn't possibly go.
Listen. This is the important part, okay? My tias, they have died, right? The passport to the cave, it has been stolen, all right? I do not know.
Do you know who it was?
I do not know, but I came to find you because I believe I am in danger. I believe it.
Whatever your name was, no! Wait. Grab a sketch pad, go! Here. All right. What happened to him? He's foaming out of the mouth.
It's poison, Mitch.
Well, Nick, don't you understand, though? The totem is real. And you know what that means? If the totem's real, the tablet must be real. We have to go find it.
What happened to you saying that it was your last hurrah? Also, clean up crew. We got another dead one. If you could take him out back.
You got a little excited, yes. Nick, come.
I hate the foamy ones.
There's a map.
I hate the heavy foamy.
There is a map. All right, this is further than we ever got to finding that tablet.
Mitch, if you go after this thing, you're not going to want to stop, pal.
I know that.
So you're going to have to decide. Are you retired? Or are you Mitch McCracken?
The dancing life has been everything to me for the last couple of years. It's my pants. Well, it is difficult to turn my back on it, but perhaps I do have what it takes. Perhaps I'm not too old to go out and be Mitch McCracken one more time. Will you join me?
You know it. And so, you were off.
Cristobal?
Bernardo, I believe he is gone.
What?
Bernardo, I believe he is gone. I can feel it in my bones.
Oh, I know how you loved him, but he cared about all his dying tears.
Oh, Dios more. Our tears are all gone, I know. I taught him so well to love, to honor.
We must learn to go on without him. He had a burning passion in his heart, and he followed his dream. He cared about the people in this village, and we should be proud of him for that.
I am trying to be as strong as you, but you are so much stronger and you have taught him so well.
I forgot to mention this one detail, but his dead body was laying right there behind them on display the entire time.
I feel like we should have put him on that flat piece of furniture.
I think this pays respect to the whole village to see what has happened to him. I think it is a better display of his honor, his dignity, and his respect. And I appreciate that the foam is still coming out of his mouth. His deals would appreciate that.
And his arm is still spasmodically jerking. At least I don't have to carry him anymore.
Oh, my Bernardo.
Wait a minute. Look. The map on his chest, right here at the top of the mountain. It looks as if somebody made a paper rubbing.
I see that it's rubbing right in here as well.
Do you know what that means?
Cristobal, someone knows our secret.
He must have found Mitch McCracken. Only Mitch McCracken would be wise enough to make a paper rubbing.
It is his signature move.
That means Mitch McCracken is on our side. He will go and find the totem. The totem will lead him to the tablet.
Our Bernardo has not died in vain.
No,
Tuck
I
his
say-
tongue back in.
And so, Mitch was on the quest, but first he had to find that code word to get to the disappearing island. And to find that code word, he could only go to one person, a very seedy person, a person by the name of, let's see, in the film it was Jacques, but in real life it was not Jacques. It was another name. Can you guess?
Beyonce.
What was that, Courtney?
Is it Beyonce?
That is correct. He went to see the very seedy Beyonce. Well, if it isn't the child of destiny himself.
Beyond.
Sorry we're late, boss.
We're practicing our moves.
Get over here, single ladies.
Hey, boss. Sorry, these two gentlemen, they want to speak to you. I let them in if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's just fine, Kelly.
Can you, did I do good?
Run along now. Guard the door.
I haven't seen you for many years, beyond to say.
Word was you were out of the game.
Well, I'm back in the game. And I'm here for a reason. And I hope that we can set aside our differences. This is about the tablet of stop.
The tablet of a stop, you say?
That's right.
He says.
He said again.
That's correct. It was thought to be lost, but it is now found.
It's now found.
Like his heart was found again.
Easy, girls.
And you are the only person that is able to decipher tattoo maps that have been rubbed onto another piece of paper with charcoal.
This is well known.
Listen, I want you to know it was not my idea for our group to break up. We were the best dance group in Chicago. And well, it just wasn't meant to be. My life, I belong out there, in the mountains, the jungles, the forests, not in a ballroom with you. I hope you understand.
Very well. I can help you, but it won't be cheap. If you like it, you're gonna have to put a ring on it.
You want the ring of Camus?
That's right.
Wait a second. Mitch, we spent so long getting the Ring of Camus. You can't just give it up like this.
Listen to me, Nick. There are certain things in life that are worth more than a ring. All right? A tablet, for example. A tablet that has been lost for thousands of years. This ring is like out of a gumball machine compared to that. You could have just grabbed it.
Now, where would the flare in that be?
Now, fiance, according to a man who had the rubbing of this on his chest, there is a code word that's missing that we need to decipher.
Let me come over there and take a look at it. You sure you want to find the tablet? It's pretty dangerous, Mitch.
Well, of course it's dangerous.
You know what the legends say.
Yes, but why don't you repeat it?
That the tablet contains a mystical incantation that when spoken has the power to cause any volcano on Earth to erupt at your will.
That's right. And it must be taken from hands that shouldn't have it. There's a saying for that, I forget it. From the
I don't follow.
mountains.
No. Yes, there it is. Off the coast of Argentina. You must head to these coordinates here. You must, at sundown, face the coastline. You must do the ancient choreography and speak aloud this code word, Solange.
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 And so, we said so long. We went off.
Before you go, Mitch, you should know you're not the first person that's come to me asking for the password.
What do you mean?
How do you think I got this ring?
You already had a ring on it? Why don't you
Yes.
spill the beans, Beyonce?
Dr. Enfuego came to see me.
Dr. what?
Enfuego.
Dr. Enfuego?
A week ago, and she's already got a head start.
Why did you give her that information? You know what she's capable of.
Hey. I'm out of the game now ever since you dumped me from your crew. I just work for the highest bidder.
I thought I knew you, Beyonce.
And I thought I knew you, Mitch McCracken. You were so single-minded in your pursuit of ancient artifacts. Never would have taken you as a quitter. To go wear a G-string for the screaming crowds.
It's a banana hammock. And there is nothing wrong with the profession of entertainment.
Let's go, girls.
Solange, we said. And so, we were off to South America, which is south of North America. Now, in the film, we took an airplane to get there. But in real life, we had to procure a different form of transportation to get there.
Llamas.
Jet ski.
Let's see, I heard llamas. All right, yes, that is very correct. We were aboard our llamas, high in the mountains. There was greenery about. A soft rain was trickling over us. We rode side by side on the mud. Our guide held the llama, feeding it beside us.
Of course I have to walk. Nick, I have to be honest about something.
What's that, Mitch?
You know, back there when I couldn't get on the back of the llama,
Yeah, you slipped in the mud 3 times, and I looked away to save you the embarrassment.
Nick, that wasn't the first time that happened. I think I'm getting old.
Don't say that, Mitch.
It's really hitting me, Nick.
Oh, that reminds me. It's time to take your pills.
Yes, of course. Nick, I don't know if I can finish this mission. I already feel like it's my bedtime and it's only 7 p.m.
Well, Mitch, we're in a new time zone, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, you know what? You need some vigor in your life, okay? Hey, would you happen to know of maybe any way to get some pep in his step?
The llama?
No, my pal Mitch over here.
Just like this.
Oh!
Bye!
Oh! Well, how was that, Mitch?
Well, the llama's faster. Look, I'm just saying. I thought I could do this, but I just don't feel like I can, Nick. Maybe it's time to really put my hat away.
Mitch, you can't do that.
What? Why not?
How do we stop these things?
I don't know.
Mitch, since you've retired, I've been miserable.
What do you mean?
You know when I'm sitting in the back room of the strip club,
Yes?
pretending like I'm chatting with the dancers?
Yes, you're the hostess with the mostest.
Yeah, I'm really just there crying into a pillow most of the time.
Nick, no.
Just thinking about how we never got to go on these adventures anymore. I mean, I want to do this until I'm in the grave, pal.
We might just be in the grave during this adventure. I don't think I have the reflexes that it takes to escape pigeons anymore.
Dr. Fuego, your disguise was incredible. You tricked him to think you were a woman.
Thank you.
That was brilliant. And being the front doorman, I got all the information that she required. I even put on a fake accent. Do you want to hear how it sounded?
Oh, you know that I do.
I pretended I was from Jersey or some East Coast American town. Yeah, like that. That's how it was. I'm good, aren't I?
The mind that you have.
Yeah. Thank you, Doctor. So, we're going to go right now to the funeral of that young boy that died, and there's a map on his chest. He's right beyond this door. I think he's going to be laying down in the open casket ceremony before everyone else comes.
Now to tell you a little bit about this little town, it was quite breathtaking. There was rolling hills to the south, green and luscious. There was sun 265 days a year. And behind it was the most vivacious and thriving volcano that you ever did see. Moving right through those windows there.
See?
It's been rubbed.
It has. But we don't have anything to etch it with. So,
Oh.
there you go.
Marcus, you don't understand. If someone has rubbed it, then someone is going to get there before us.
Well, we got to try to do it. I'm sure we can do it before they get there. And I'll find out who it is, Doctor. And if we go, and I'll take them all down For you and me.
We must, because if we don't have the tablet, and we can't get the volcano to erupt, I'll be ruined.
It's Mitch McCracken. They were talking about the Mitch McCracken, the famous one.
Oh, I should have known. Damn McCracken, he spoiled me for the last time. It was him who told the university administrator I plagiarized my last PhD paper. And if it weren't for him, I wouldn't need the damn tablet.
I know. But we'll do this one. We'll get back at him and the whole world at that.
You lead me to Mitch, I'll be ever in your debt.
You got it.
There it is. The coastline.
Well, Mitch, this is it.
What was the word? Seance?
Solange.
Solange. Look. The sunset. Just in time. It's 265 days into the year. The clouds. They're forming words. It's the password. Hang on, let me get my glasses.
You might need to get a new prescription.
It says, cool, cool, cuckoo,
Kukook?
cuckoo.
You sure?
Yes. That must be the password to enter the chamber.
All right. Well, let's say it together. Three, two, one. Kukook. Mitch, before we enter, I need to clear some things up with you.
What?
Sorry, the altitude was kind of getting to me. So we're going to go in there and we're going to find a totem. And the totem's going to lead us to a vanishing island where we're going to find the tablet. Got it. Sorry, I got to clear one more thing up.
All right, you gotta start paying attention.
The tablet can make any volcano erupt.
That's right.
And we know that Enfuego,
Dr. Fuego, yes.
Dr. Enfuego, Watson.
That's right.
I'm just trying to think. What would Dr. Enfuego want to do with a tablet that can help you erupt a volcano?
Well, I'm afraid I know the answer to that. Well, you see, Dr. Enfuego wasn't always a villain. He was once a college student that went to college with me.
You never told me this.
Well, I've been embarrassed to tell you. I've gone several years without telling anybody this story. You see, when I was in college, I wasn't as smart and intrepid as I am now. I was a bit of a slow learner. Well, there was this college paper that I had to write, and I just sat down on my desk, couldn't think of the words at all. It wouldn't come to me. And next to me, my roommate, Dr. well, he wasn't a doctor at that time, Charles Enfuego. Well, he was writing away. I might have leaned over a bit, peeked with my perfectly good eyesight, and written the same words that he wrote on that paper.
You cheated.
Not only that, Nick, but I also told the administrator that it was him who cheated.
Mitch, why would you do that?
Nick, the pressures of college are incredible. You should know this. And well, I needed to prove myself. You see, I had already been hired to go on my first adventure, and I couldn't tell my patron that I had failed that class. And so I lied. And not a week after that, then not Dr. Enfuego, he started his crime spree. He developed that criminal organization, the Fugarinos. And that's why he's a villain, Nick.
Well, Mitch, enough John. Why don't we go inside and see if we can find the totem?
All right, let's go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Something feels off here, Mitch.
You're right. It smells of bacon.
It's a lovely smell.
Careful. You know, the smell of bacon is a good indicator that their protector of the totem is about.
That's right.
I'm right here.
You are real.
I am. I have been waiting for you for a long time.
You have?
I have.
Why?
Because